Hello friends, in this video part we will discuss how we can send data or command to LCD that has been interfaced with 8051 microcontroller using assembly language program. Before writing the program, let's consider the connection diagram, how the LCD interfaced with 8051 microcontroller. So we are assuming here the first port, that is P1.0 to 1.7 of microcontroller 8051 is connected to LCD data pins, that is D0 to D7, and P2.0 of microcontroller is connected to RS pin of LCD, and P2.1 of microcontroller is connected to write pin of, that is read write pin of LCD, and P2.2 of microcontroller is connected to enable pin of LCD. The ports of 8051 are bit addressable, so that's why we can access individual bit of any port. So here we are using port 2 as a control bits of LCD, and port 1 is as a data pins of LCD. The other pins of LCD, VCC is at plus 5 volt, VSS as at ground potential, and VEE is attached across a 10K potentiometer to vary the contrast of LCD. So for sending command or data to the LCD, we are going to consider with two examples, or you can say as two cases. In first example, we will send command or data to LCD with a time delay, whereas in the second category we will send it with checking busy flag of LCD. So we are going to discuss our first case, that is sending command or data to LCD with a time delay. So for that, a very important pin of LCD is RS, that is register select. It can be kept at 0 or it can be kept at 1. If it is kept at 0, it means we have selected command register of LCD. If it is 1, we have selected data register of LCD. It means if we want to send command to LCD, then RS must be 0, and if we want to send data or information to LCD that we want to display, then RS must be at 1. Another important pin of LCD is enable pin. To enable internal latch of LCD, that is if we want to latch the information available at data pins of LCD, then at enable pin of LCD, that is E, a high to low pulse must be sent. The minimum duration of this pulse should be 450 nanosecond. And also in this program we will call a time delays before sending next data or command. That is, we want to provide sufficient time between first data or command and between other data and command. So we are going to discuss assembly language program, that is we are going to communicate with LCD using a delay. Before going to discuss the main program, firstly we will discuss subroutines. So in the main program we have used different types of subroutines. For example, this subroutine is a command subroutine. Another subroutine is the delay subroutine. Another subroutine is the data write subroutine. So firstly we will discuss these subroutines, then we will come to the main program. Firstly we are going to discuss command write subroutine. The first instruction of this command subroutine is move P1, A. So P1 is the destination register here, destination port, and A is the source port here, source register. After execution of this instruction, contents of A will be copied to the port P1. Why this we are using this command? Because the data pins of LCD, that is D0 to D7, are connected to the port 1, that is P1, having 8 pins, P1.0 to P1.7, that is port P1. If we want to send any data or command to LCD, that data or command must be sent to port 1. And we are using A here. Firstly, we will move data or command to register A, and after that contents of A will be copied to the port P1, which is directly connected to the data pins of LCD, and after that we will latch, that is LCD will latch information from these data pins. So we will send any command or data through A. After sending command or data, next step is we have to make the contents of RS register either 0 or 1. RS register stands for register select. It can be 0, it can be 1. It is 0 for command, it is 1 for data. So in this subroutine we are sending command, so that's why RS must be at 0. The first step is to make RS as 0. It means whatever we are sending at data lines, that will be treated as a command. Now that particular command is going to be written on LCD, so we are going to write operation. So that's why the next is we have to make read write pen 0. So RS pen is 0, also read write pin is 0. And whatever is available at data pins of the LCD, if LCD has to latch the information from data pins, then it must be enabled. How we can enable LCD? By sending a high to low pulse of sufficient duration, that is minimum of 450 nanosecond, we can enable LCD. So these commands are used. Firstly, it will set E, as the E is connected at port P2.2, that's why firstly it will set, that is high, and after some delay, we will also discuss delay subroutine, after some delay then E will be at 0. It means it will generate a high to low pulse. After receiving high to low pulse at E, LCD will latch the information available at data pins. Next is the data write. Data write subroutine is almost same as command write subroutine. The difference is only in this case the RS must be 1, because we are sending data to the LCD, not command. So RS1 means LCD will interpret as data whatever is available at the data pins of LCD. The other instructions move A, P1, and after that to make RS1 set bit P2.0 because RS is attached at P2.0 here, and after that because we are writing the data, that's why P2.1 is cleared, and after that we are going to send a high to low pulse. This can be sent using set bit P2.2, and after calling a certain delay, that is delay subroutine, which we will discuss later, and we will make the clear P2.2. So these instructions will generate a high to low pulse at enable pen of LCD. It will latch the data available at data pins of D0 to D7, and every subroutine has a last instruction, that is return, RET. Next, the third subroutine is the delay subroutine. For delay subroutine, we can use the instruction decrement and jump if no zero particular register, that is R4 here. Before concentrating on the entire delay subroutine, we can concentrate on these two instructions. The first instruction is move R4, $255. This represents your decimal value which is moved to R4. After executing this instruction, R4 will contain 255, that is maximum value which a 8-bit register can hold, decimal value. And decrement and jump if no zero. If R4 is non-zero, it will stay within this loop. We are using label here. And when R4 is 0, it will come out of this loop. If we want to generate more delay, we can use another counter here, that is we can use the concept loop inside the loop. So in this case we have used another register, say R3 as a counter, another counter. We have moved value 50 here. You can also move higher value for your fast CPUs. If we move 50 here, then next it will check the contents of R3. If these are 0 or non-zero, it will stay at here 2. The label here 2 is here. So it means this loop will be repeated 255 into 50 times, and the last instruction of this delay subroutine is return. So with the help of these instructions, we can produce a delay. Delay depends upon the values that has been entered to these registers R3 and R4. Now coming to the main program. Now it will be easy to learn the main program. So in main program we are sending firstly commands to the LCD, and after that we will send data to the LCD. Depending upon what we have to do, we can send command to the LCDs. For example, first command is 38H. We are using hex code 38H. Immediate addressing mode is there. We are sending this value to A. This command code is basically used to initialize LCD of 2 lines into 5x7 matrix. ORG is your origin, that it indicates the start of program, that is 0H. Now 38H is moved to the H. Here we are calling the call subroutine. The program will transfer to the label, that is command write. Program will be transferred here, command write. The contents of A, that is 38H, will be moved to port P1, that is here. This port is attached to the D0 to D7 of LCD, and after that it will be selected as a command register. Write operation will be there, and after execution these instructions, LCD will latch the information that is available at these pins. Now the available is 38H. What it means? That means LCD will receive a command to initialize 2 lines 5x7 LCD, and we will return this subroutine. It will execute next command, that is ACALL delay. Program will be transferred here at delay. It will introduce a certain delay, and after that it will return to the main program here. And similarly, next we are sending another command, that is 0E. The command code 0E is for display on and cursor on. Similarly, it will call ACALL command write and then ACALL delay. Similarly, you can send any other commands to the LCD. For example, 01 is for clear LCD. Next is we are going to shift cursor to the right, and then we are going to cursor at line 1 at position 4. It means we are writing our first data at position 4 of line 1. This was all about your commands. You can add more commands depending upon your application. Now next, here we are sending data, whatever you want to send. In this case, we are displaying letter N and another letter O, that is no. We are to display letter, we have to send ASCII value. To send ASCII value, the syntax is move a comma pound sign, then inverted commas, and in that there is a N. So after execution of this instruction, ASCII value of N will be moved to the A. Then data write subroutine will be called. This subroutine is same, except now this will be interpreted. Whatever is available at A, that is ASCII value of N, will be interpreted as a data. And after execution of these instructions, the LCD will latch available data to the display. So it will display N here, and after return it will go to the ACALL delay. It will give LCD some time, and after that to display another letter, say 0 or O, another letter O. So we are using move a comma pound sign, then inverted commas O. It will send ASCII value, it will move ASCII value of O to A, and after that we will call a subroutine, that is data write. So after executing this subroutine, O will be displayed at LCD display, and the last instruction of this program is sjump. We are using label again here, it will stay here. This was how we can send command or data with a time delay. Next we are going to send command or data to LCD with checking busy flag. So in previous code, whatever was the example 1, showed how to send commands to the LCD without checking the busy flag. There must put a long delay between issuing data or command to the LCD. However, a much better way to monitor the busy flag, that is another method to monitor the busy flag, before issuing a command or data to the LCD. Or this has been shown in our next program, that is example 2. We will check the status of busy flag, and if busy flag is 0, then only we will send command or data to the LCD. Otherwise we will monitor the status of busy flag until it becomes 0. So now we are going to discuss communicating with LCD using busy flag. We are going to communicate with LCD using busy flag. The first instruction of the main program is your starting location, that is origin 0H, and after that we will write the commands whatever you want, and after the command we will send the data whatever we want to display. Before going to discuss these commands, these instructions, we will discuss our subroutines. Subroutines are almost same, that is command subroutine is there, another is for data display, that is for writing data, this was for writing the command. Additional is ready here, additional subroutine is a ready here. So these instructions are same for whatever we have discussed earlier, that is for command write, this was for data write. Only the difference is before issuing any command or before writing any data, we are checking the status of flag bit. We are checking the status of flag bit. As we know, the D7 bit of LCD is also used as flag bit. The dual role of data bit D7, it is also used as a flag bit. So we will, before issuing to command, we will call a subroutine named as ready. In this subroutine, the first instruction is we are making P7 1.7 as a input port. So this can be done with the instruction set bit P1.7. It will make this particular bit as a input bit, input port. And after that, because we are selecting a command register, that's why we have to send 0 here. So we are going to clear P2.0. Because we are checking the status of this flag bit, so that's why we are reading the command register, that is we have to make our W bit 1, that is we are going to set bit P2.1. We are going to read the command register and checking the busy flag. The busy flag is checked with the help of P1.7. So that's why we are using the particular command, that is jump if bit P1.7 back here. It will stay here until busy flag becomes 0. If P1.7 bit is 1, it means busy flag is 1 and LCD is busy and no information should be issued to it. It will stay here. If P1.7 becomes 0, it means busy flag is 0, LCD is free, we can send any particular information or command to the LCD. So it will come out of the loop and it will return to the main program. The main program is same as our previous code, only the difference is here we are changing the position at 6 instead of the 4, and we are not calling the delay between the commands. We are issuing first command and we will check the status of busy flag. If busy flag is 0, we will send next command. Again we will check the status of busy flag. If it is 0, we will send the next command. There is no need to introduce any delay, and after the commands we are sending data here. So this is the how we can send command or data to LCD with checking busy flag. So thank you all for for listening this video lecture.